member, I switch off your mic. I have already. Honorable member, that gesture is out of order and you must stop doing that, honorable member. Honorable member, you must stop doing that. It's out of order. Those gestures are out of order.
Point of order, Deputy Speaker, point of order.
Honorable members, can you please be in order?
Deputy Speaker?
Yes. Honorable Chauke, why?
The honorable member has just said you are Delela, and I see that you are just leaving it. I thought you
honorable
were
member.
He's the first one to use that word in Parliament.
I am speaking here.
It's his
honorable
word.
Member.
It's on Parliament.
It's his words.
Honorable member.
He coined the word Delela in Parliament.
Honorable
Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members.
You were not here, Tatan. We understand.
Allow me to rule.
You are still with Supra there in
honorable
the
member, can
Delela was introduced
honorable
by
member,
that man on
honorable
stage.
member, I'm switching off your mic. I am switching off your mic.
Deputy
you may
Speaker,
not speak when you are not recognized and you are out of order in the language you are using here.
All right, can you recognize
what's your point of order?
Deputy Speaker, you can't say to a person you are not recognized but withdraw. How do they withdraw if you did not recognize them?
Honorable member.
No,
can you please stop playing semantics and that's playing semantics.
Of course, are you sure that's what I'm doing?
Honorable member, if you stand up here and
semantics.
make unparliamentary remarks, you must
sure?
withdraw them. It does not matter.
Which rule talks about
honorable
semantics?
member, take your seat. Take your seat. Honorable President, please proceed.
Proceed, Deputy Speaker, before you proceed.
No, nobody appointed you, honorable member. Nobody
But you won't do it.
Don't say anybody.
No.
Honorable member.
One rush.
You are not.
No, relax.
You are not recognized. Okay?
Listen,
and you will not speak. I'm switching off your mic. I'm switching off your mic. I'm switching off your mic. Honorable member, take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat, honorable member. Take your seat. Please take your seat. And members, we have business before us. What are you raising on, honorable member?
On a point of order.
What's your point of order?
A point of order is that Babaga Tutuzani can't come and distort fact here.
Honorable
Caesar, SAA was
honorable
very well under Caesar Mzimela. So SAA is going down under
I am now stopping you from talking
your
because
girlfriend,
you refuse to
Baba.
accept. Honorable Troama. Yes, honorable member.
My mic is off. No, we really rely on the presiding officers to maintain the decor of the House. A member has just said now that something very bad, which I can't repeat it myself. And the speaker, I think that you have heard it, and, and I think that you should really make a proper ruling because it's uncalled for that we go to this extent, please, Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
Deputy Speaker.
Yes, honorable member White.
Rule 91, Deputy Speaker. It's not the Deputy Speaker's responsibility to maintain the decor of the House. That's the Household Services responsibility.
Honorable members, we have a duty. Honorable members,
Honorable Steenhuisen, it's semantics already. It's just semantics.
Can I proceed? Honorable members, we have a duty here to ensure the smooth conduct of proceedings. We also have to ensure that the privileges of all members of the sitting are protected. If a member does not wish to participate in the proceeding, he or she is free to do so. Such a position, however, cannot mean that the House must be prevented from carrying out its constitutional mandate. What I see now is the abuse of the privilege of freedom of speech, and that is unacceptable. I warn members, I'm not taking any further points of order on this matter, because this procedure,
on a point of order,
honorable member, I'm still addressing. You may not do that. Honorable member, Rule 79 says you may not speak if you are
Don't
not
behave like a
recognized.
headman here.
When a presiding officer
This is not
addresses
some
the
rural
House,
meeting here that you come
honorable
and violate your
member,
own rules.
when
You're going to
a
take the
presiding
point of
officer,
order
I'm
here.
switching off your mic.
And we are not asking for...
Honorable members, a member conducting him or herself like this is acting disorderly, in contempt and in complete disregard of the chair. A member does this will be asked to leave the chamber in terms of Rule 70. Yeah. Honorable members, we have now pointed out the rules to you. Please do not violate them. And now we proceed with the business of the House. Honorable Tlowama, your supplementary question. Honorable members, order. Order, honorable member, order. Your heckling is becoming disruptive. Order.
Thank you.
Proceed, Honorable Tlowama.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Honorable President, former Minister of Communication Faith Mutambi and Mr. Claudi Mutsweni have left SABC in tatters, and it is believed that they enjoy your company. Why are you always associated with incompetent or corrupt characters? When are you going to fire Minister Faith Mutambi?
Honorable President.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm not firing Minister Mutambi. I've not taken that decision. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Gadi.
You have a minister who leaked cabinet memos here in terms of the Gupta leaks.
Honorable member, what rule is that?
You have got Ubaba last saying is not going to...
Honorable member.
The question
Honorable
says,
member, the
what
rules
are
do
the
not allow you
reasons
to
for
do
his
that.
delay to sign a proclamation? He must answer that question.
Honorable
and
member,
the next
no.
question is why he didn't fire
Honorable member,
that minister there.
The President has responded to that question now. Now take your seat now.
He has not replied and given an answer. There's a difference between response and giving an answer. And he's going to give an answer here. You are going to give an answer, Baba. Speaker, just wait. Just wait. Chill.
Honorable member, you are being disruptive now. Take your seat.
We are not disruptive.
No, take your seat.
Disruptive. You
take
are
your seat,
disrupting
Honorable member.
the House. You are disrupting the House, Speaker. Deputy Speaker, stop disrupting the House.
You are challenging the chair, and that's out of order.
Don't do that.
Honorable member,
do that, Deputy Speaker.
We are going to request you, because you are
that is
not honorable member.
Not going to happen, Deputy Speaker.
I've asked you to take your seat. I now ask you again to take your seat so that this proceedings can proceed. Honorable members, your conduct is now not only interrupting
Mr. Zuma
with the ability of the House to proceed,
no ways,
but you are also disregarding the authority of the chair. And if you do not take your seat, I will have to ask you to leave the chamber.
Deputy Speaker, with due respect, I shall take my seat, but you definitely have a responsibility.
Honorable member, take your seat.
You have a constitutional responsibility, Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members, I now ask the Deputy Speaker, to have the member out.
Deputy Speaker, no. Deputy Speaker, stop with those semantics of yours. Nobody is going to leave here on the basis that a president does not want to answer questions. He must leave. Not anybody in the House.
Honorable member.
We are insistent. We've been here. We are wanting answers. He doesn't answer. Then you instruct honorable members to leave the House. How can that be?
Honorable Ndlozi, nobody asked you to speak. You were not recognized.
Nobody has to. The people of South Africa ask me
honorable
to.
Member,
I don't speak on your permission.
You are continually.
You don't have to ask me to speak.
You
don't have to ask me to speak. I'm challenging your ruling.
I also
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
If you do not take your seat,
chase members of the House out on the basis of demanding answers from Ubabaga Tutuzan. Then you are rendering this session useless.
Honorable members,
we are seized with the person who is not answering questions. And you are saying we must stay here for non-answers. Why must I leave the house?
Please approach the
Why
two
must
members.
I leave the house?
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Gadi and Honorable Dozy
But why must I leave the house?
Honorable
consistently
Deputy Speaker.
refused to obey the rulings of the chair. I now ask you to approach them
are
and request them.
defending a criminal of note against honorable members.
Honorable
You
Malema,
are defending a criminal
you are also speaking, disobeying the request that you
against
speak
honorable
only
members
when you
who
are
are doing their
recognized.
job.
Honorable member,
They are here doing their job, executing a mandate given to them by
Sergeant
South
Abs, I've
Africans.
requested you to approach the members, please help them.
Honorable
leave.
Deputy Speaker, you cannot defend a number one criminal
I am
at the
defending,
expense of the
honorable
Constitution
members, I am
and holding a
defending the
criminal
rules of the
accountable.
House. This institution must be
You are
conducted
defending
properly.
a criminal.
Nobody asked you to.
He must be held accountable. And that's what we are doing here. That's what we are doing here. That's what we are elected to do. If when you came here for salary only, we didn't come here for salary only.
Honorable members, I'm now
Call
switching
those
off the
people
mics.
to come and
Honorable members, I have warned you. I have asked those members approached to leave the House. Honorable members, kindly leave the House as requested. Members that were told. Honorable Malema, I requested you not to speak when you are not recognized. I requested you to do that. Honorable members, I request you to leave the House. Honorable Malema, Honorable Gadi, Honorable Ndlozi, I have pointed out to you. Honorable members, kindly leave. Yeah. All of you members who are on your feet, I have requested you, you are being disruptive. You are not meant to do that. We will now request the protection services to help the Sergeant at Arms. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members, order. Order, honorable members, order. Honorable members, please be in order. We must now proceed with the business of the House. Order, honorable members. Honorable Kubisa.
Deputy Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable President,
Honorable members, please stop doing that. This is actually disruptive. You are yourself becoming disruptive now. If you want to join them outside, please do so with pleasure, with the greatest of pleasure. Please. Honorable President.
Honorable President, I believe that there is a nexus between this very question and the question you answered on when you arrived here in June. The question was about arresting all these things that are tarnishing the image of the country. And I referred specifically to the appointment of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry. And the Honorable President made an undertaking by saying that that was sacrosanct and there was a need for an agency in appointing a judicial commission of inquiry. The question is, Your Excellency, will there be an undertaking from your side that there will be no further delays? I'm saying this because there are other issues that are playing out in the media. For instance, there is a debacle that is reported in the media with reference to the Department of Finance.
Honorable
Thank you very much.
Your time is expired. Go ahead, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you, Deputy Speaker. I've said so here, and I've said it today, that I'm in the process of establishing the Commission of Inquiry. I have been working with the legal people to work on it, and that is what is happening, and it will be announced in due course. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Swart.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Arising from your response on the SIU proclamation, Honourable President, in addition to the time taken for such proclamations, one of the main challenges facing the SIU is that of insufficient funding for its complex investigations, such as the SABC inquiry and the irregularities there. You yourself, President, in February this year, called on 43 government departments and institutions who owed the SIU more than 418 million rand to pay their outstanding debt. Would you not agree that by not paying those debts, they are frustrating the completion of investigations where clearly implicated departments, it serves them not to pay their debt to the SIU? And this is clearly untenable. And if so, what do you intend doing to address this, to ensure that the SIU is fully funded to fight corruption and maladministration? I thank you.
Honourable President.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Speaker. With regard to the delay to this particular SIU investigation, it had nothing to do with the lack of finances. What had happened is that the matters to be investigated were put in the application. And some of the matters put there were put together with the matters that are being investigated already. So that application had to be cleaned up. It was a process on its own. So it was not because of the lack of funds. So I wouldn't answer that question because with regard to this one, that was not the case. The case was the application had to be put properly, and that has been done, and that's why it has been signed. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We now move to question number 18, asked by Mr. M.A., Honorable M.A. Dix, for the President. Mr. President.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Deputy Speaker, we launched Operation Pakisa in 2014 to promote faster implementation of the undertakings made in the National Development Plan to our people, to promote economic growth and job creation. Operation Pakisa is unique in that it brings together sectors that hardly blend together: business, labor, academia, and government, to work out the most ideal plans to achieve growth and development in a particular sector. We have begun to implement the program in these areas, in 6 areas: the ocean economy, building ideal clinics, promoting information and communication technologies in schools, promoting growth in the mining sector, as well as agriculture and rural development, and biodiversity and tourism. The ocean economy has attracted 24 billion rand in investments. The Department of Trade and Industry has provided incentives to the value of 428 million rand. The global amount of 24 billion rand consists of investments from different companies of the ocean economy, the marine transport and manufacturing delivery unit has secured investments to the value of 5.6 billion rand, while the oil and gas component unlocked a total of 18.4 billion rand. Aquaculture has raised 444 million rand, marine protection services and governance 31 million rand, and coastal and marine tourism 40 million rand.
There's a live visuals there coming from Parliament where the question and answer session by President Jacob Zuma got off to a very tempestuous start, with economic freedom fighters, members of Parliament continuously referring to the President as Duduzane's father. Well, this prompted the Speaker to plead with the economic freedom fighters members to withdraw, which they did not withdraw, and most of them became very disruptive, and eventually they were led out of Parliament.